Coming up in the news, safety concerns at the Fishing Hole Road Bridge being addressed. Security and safety issues developing at the Port Lucaya Market Square. And consumers chiming in on the rising cost of food. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news, it is the only thoroughfare into and out of West Grand Bahama, and motorists have expressed some safety concerns in the wake of a recent accident on the Fishing Hole Road Bridge. A portion of the bridge's guardrail was destroyed this past Friday when a vehicle spun out of control and crashed into the rail, creating a safety challenge. Tonight, police officials are advising motorists to always drive with caution and care when traversing the bridge. For the past several weeks, the Fishing Hole Causeway has been a major cause of concern for road users traveling east or west. Motorists have complained about their cars not having any traction on the pavement, and they have asked for the authorities to rectify the issue. Our ZNS News team spoke with officials from the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Officials say that the Fishing Hole Road is owned by the government of the Bahamas, and the Grand Bahama Port Authority Limited has only agreed to maintain the asphalt road located beneath the bridge. In addition, the government has constructed the bridge above the asphalt road and is responsible for its maintenance. Now, on Friday, February 25th, shortly after noon, a motorist escaped life-threatening injury when he lost control of his vehicle and crashed into the guardrail. The accident is still under investigation, according to Assistant Superintendent of Police, Stephen Roll.
The initial investigation revealed that a 2007 Chrysler Town & Country van was traveling west on the Causeway when the driver experienced some brake failure. As a result, he traveled on the northern side of the street where he crashed into the guardrails and eventually landing just at the surface of the causeway. There were no injuries involved in that incident, and that matter is under investigation by the traffic department.
Now, in regards to the complaints from motorists concerning the slippery surface, he says the matter is under active investigation as well, but he was unable to offer any further comment at this time.
I can't speak to that. However, I want to say to the public and the motoring public at that to obey the speed limit. It's 30 miles per hour on the causeway, and if you're driving on this causeway, to be attentive and avoid use of cell phones while in this area.
Our ZNS News team also spoke with officials from the Ministry of Works who confirmed that the construction to repair that damaged portion of the bridge is underway, and they are also asking motorists to drive with care and attention. Now, the Port Lucaya Marketplace has some safety concerns of its own. The managing director taking issue with a group of bikers that rode through the market square this past weekend, creating a safety risk for children and other patrons in the Port Lucaya Marketplace. Officials sending a warning that such behavior will not be tolerated.
Saturday, shortly after 6 p.m., a group of biker boys came in Port Lucaya. Every time they come, they always park decent, they have nice parking area. We never had any problem out of them.
That is until Saturday passed. Surveillance footage shows a group of bikers riding through the Port Lucaya Marketplace, creating a major safety concern for patrons. Managing Director Ivan Moss says that it is completely unacceptable.
They ride up on the common area, passing the bathroom, they pass through Pearl Mat, onto Giovanni's, and they pass Rum Runners, the square area. They go and pass Fair Play, Cocktail on the Bay, Agave, Zorbas, the Straw Market, and they exit out, revving up the bike with loud noise.
He says the Port Lucaya Marketplace is a family-oriented environment filled with tourists, minors, pregnant women, and locals. Additionally, he says there is no reason for anyone to ride their motorcycle through the marketplace, calling it disrespectful to visitors. He says what is worse is the fact that someone could get seriously injured.
We wouldn't tolerate. And I'm going to send the videos to the authorities and have these people brought before the magistrate, so they could use the decision what they wanted to do. Because no way no one going to speed through the marketplace, revving up the bike, coming through, and someone could walk right out of one of these stores or one of the shop, bars, restaurant, by being intoxicated, someone rushing to the bathroom, kids always running up and down. And that action I have never seen or never heard, no part in this world.
That's not the only concern officials from the Port Lucaya marketplace are facing. The managing director says there is also a concern with parents who are dropping their minors off unattended without responsible adult supervision.
This is not a nursery. We have kids walking around, children, young children, 12, 13, 15, underage, without a parent and guardian. Parent, what kind of parent are you? Maybe the kid's growing you all up.
On many occasions, Moss says that security officers have found minors engaging in illegal and sexual acts.
Your kids was drinking, yes. They was involved with sexual action. The security overworked because they got to look at your kids.
We have a lot of young men that comes visiting the marketplace, especially on Saturday nights, Friday, Saturday nights. They do tote weapons. They have things what they call juckers. There's a lot of little knives, pocket knives. They tote it. I guess any auction that kick off, you know what I mean? These guys, they're going to use it.
Officials say that minors are not allowed in the marketplace after 9 p.m. if they are not accompanied by an adult. Additionally, they are appealing to parents to be more responsible. Well, in other news, food prices are projected to jump in the weeks ahead, and this rise could be triggered by the crisis in Eastern Europe between Russia and Ukraine. Consumers on Grand Bahamas say any further price hikes will be most alarming, as they have been struggling to make ends meet long before the conflict. Jay Philippe has the story.
Inflation has led many food stores and beverage companies to hike their prices. For some residents on Grand Bahama, shopping just has not been the same.
In the past, when I could have spent like $300 in this place on grocery, that has gone up. One trip, I spent like $500 to last me, and that grocery will last me, say, about 2 weeks for a family of 7. And then I have to repeat the cycle all over again. It doesn't make sense to shop retail. It's a waste of time for me, so I have to shop in bulk.
But for store operators, they say it is a delicate balance for them as well, as they often have to increase prices to offset higher costs on their end while ensuring that the products offered are not too expensive for consumers.
As a small business person here in Grand Bahama, yes, the prices are ridiculously high, right? But I guess we need the items, so we have to buy them. And then the cost of it is really stressful at times. Then we need to be considerate, me being a small business person again, of my customers. I have to now put up my prices, and I don't want to run them, but it's really in Freeport. It's hard. And then we try to bring things in, import stuff. Then they make it complicated and difficult for you to even do that.
Everything go up. Bread, you can't buy no bread. You can't buy no sugar. You can't buy grits. You can't buy no sausage. Hot dog with about $4 You can't buy nothing. That's the first time in my life I see this and that and then go Grand Bahamas.
Make do with what you have at home, because you can't afford it. You can't afford to waste anything these days. You gotta just live.
This customer has mixed views on the uptick in the cost of food.
Some things are affordable, but a lot of things seems to be a bit higher. I just went in the food store with $30 and I came out with like 30 cents change, and I got 4 items. So I guess it depends on what items you pick. But I've been hearing a lot of the prices have been increases, but I seen some increase, but it's how you budget your money as well.
Chief Price Inspector at the Department of Consumer Affairs here on Grand Bahama, Reno Smith, noting recently that the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which has already led to certain fuel prices, could ultimately impact food prices around the world as well, and Bahamians could feel the pinch.
It's gone up a lot. I don't see how we're going to make it like this. We need to change, try to, nothing the government can do, I guess, because everything, this war was going on now to stop everything from coming in. So it's kind of hard on the foreign countries.
These customers say in times like these, strategic planning is required.
I would suggest people, like, if you are, like how I have a large family, I have lots of siblings, we pool together and buy our grocery and, and share it amongst ourselves in order for to make it stretch.
I would advise that they try to prepare their stuff better, package it properly, and keep it in your freezer and stuff like that, and make it last. Stop wasting. Because I've seen people who just throw away stuff. A lot of people don't eat leftovers, right? They want fresh food every day. Well, this ain't the time for that. You can't afford it. So make do.
While consumers criticize the high cost of food, they say they have no choice but to stand in lines and purchase the pricey necessities that they need in order to survive. I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears now, the Bahamas Bureau of Standards and Quality updating the media on national and regional quality improvement while highlighting details of benefits of the 11th European Development Fund Economic Partnership Agreement. Technical Barriers to Trade Program Director of the BBSQ, Dr. Renee Bufford.
Stakeholders also help standards to save money and drive efficiency, to facilitate compatibility or connectivity with other products, services, and systems. It helps to build customer confidence that products are safe and reliable. It helps to improve efficiency. Standards help to reduce cost across all aspects of your business. They help gain market access across the world. The BBSQ has continued at a rapid pace toward putting standards in place, setting up national technical committees, and generally seeing to the infrastructure to make sure the health and safety of our citizens are protected. To date, the Bureau has declared 34 Bahamas national standards. We have established 10 technical committees.
Now, Finance Manager of CARICOM Regional Organization of Standards and Quality, Mohand Nandwani, says €4.5 million is being invested by the EU among 16 countries to increase capacity and competitiveness of goods and services.
None of what is unfolding across this region would be possible without the Dominican Republic's Institute for Quality, INDOCAL, the project managers, the German National Metrology Institute, the PTB, or implementing partners in these endeavors. These interventions are principally aimed at increasing our exporting potential as a region, while strengthening our own measures nationally to create the kind of systems of which we can all be proud. This 11th EDF European Development Fund program is slated to go even further in closing some of the gaps that still exist, in strengthening sectors like tourism and others that are deemed national priorities, especially now, to increase the capacity of some of our institutions to deliver quality services and products when it comes to the trading sphere. We want to further remove those barriers that can hamper trading intra-regionally and extra-regionally to allow us to more fully enter international markets.
Now, the agreement is intended to offer new market opportunities for member countries as well as foster regional trade. In news from the Crime Beat, police in Abaco arresting a male for possession of dangerous drugs with intent to supply and possession of an unlicensed firearm and ammunition. Reports say shortly after 11 a.m. Monday, officers from the Marsh Harbor Police Station acting on information proceeded to a residence in Dundastown, where police say officers observed a white van parked in front of the residence with a male sitting inside. A search was conducted of the vehicle and premises, and a quantity of suspected marijuana was found. A further search revealed a red bag that contained a Black Rock Island .38 revolver with 5 live rounds of ammunition and 1 fired cartridge. As a result, an adult male was arrested and is assisting police with the investigation. A man was arrested for sharp breaking and stealing. The arrest taking place Saturday morning. Officers from the Southwestern Division received a report of a sharp breaking and stealing at a business establishment situated on Alcester Road off East Sunrise Highway, Freeport. It was reported that the culprits forced open a front western window to gain entry, searched and stole an assortment of items. The officers conducted an investigation into the matter, which led to an arrest of an adult male of Bering Lane who was assisting with several outstanding criminal matters. Investigations are being continued. Police are reporting that wanted suspect Stefano Smith is now in custody. The 32-year-old resident of Pinders Point was arrested shortly after midnight by a team of officers from the Northeastern Division. He was wanted for questioning on the charge of credit by fraud. Police also telling us that the man wanted for questioning on the charge of assault with a deadly weapon turned himself into the Central Police Station today. 32-year-old Stefano Perez Forbes, aka TV Head, was the subject of a police bulletin for more than a week. Forbes was wanted for questioning on the charge of assault with a deadly weapon. Police say the Cabot Drive resident remains in custody tonight. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news when we come back.